What do you know about Holland? Flowers, windmills, picturesque canals, cheese, wooden shoes, master paintings from the Golden Age. Yes, yes, we have it all.
Whoa, they are really arrogant. But is it really so? What we just did here is called stereotyping.
Stereotyping can be defined as the attribution of characteristics by members of one group to members of another group. For example, by profession, race, age, or ethnicity. For instance, we often think that French speakers speak English really bad.
Excellent. Roberta, do you feel this song as your own? Do you feel the feelings which are in the song?
Or that Belgians eat waffles and drink beer all day long.
I got my mind set on you. There's nothing you can do to change my mind about it. Inside out, you're beautiful. There's nothing you can do to change my mind about you.
What just happened here is called homogeneity effect, which is the tendency to see members of an outgroup as more stereotypical and less diverse as the members of that group see themselves. Do all French native speakers really speak bad English? And do all Belgians really love waffles and beer?
I know that I'm from Belgium, but I really hate beer, really do. But I kind of like waffles.
Now we have seen that stereotyping can be humorous, but it can also be quite dangerous, especially when stereotyping leads to discrimination.
Let me prove my point.
Negative behaviors are statistically rare, but when performed by a microcultural group member, it becomes disproportionately memorable. View the microcultural group as more negatively than is justified. This is known as the illusory correlation principle.
I went to Canada on exchange last semester, and a lot of people, the first question they asked me is, have you ever smoked weed? So I guess it was to be expected, but still, I thought it was kind of funny, but not really, no, in other ways. So.
Well, mostly just the stereotyping, like the cows, the windmills, the cheese, klompen, of course. Yeah, a very nice country to live in.
Yeah, well, what can we say about the Netherlands?
I hope you don't answer with cheese, it's so stereotypical.
Yeah, well, yeah, I wouldn't know anything about countries. I could tell you something.
People very open-minded, very down-to-earth. I think very straightforward. They say what they want, and they wouldn't say something else to please someone.
Yeah, people often say that we're very liberal and tolerant and stuff. And I don't think we're that open as a society, actually. We're not that friendly. People often they're not. Yeah, we don't help people, for instance, that easily. But on the other hand, people do try to meet new people and that kind of stuff.
People, they're outgoing and daring, as in like what they all do when they go out at a young age, stuff like that. It's different from what I'm used to.
I think of Brussels, waffles, chocolates.
Well, they were very closely related, like historically and stuff. Linguistics in one part of Belgium it's Dutch basically, so we have that connection. Historically, also Belgium was part of the Netherlands, so there's that. I think Belgium is also an interesting country because it has both Dutch-speaking and French-speaking parts, so that's kind of problematic for it. Yeah, I guess that's it.
I've never been there, so all I know is that they make the tasty French fries, well, Belgian fries there. The European Union Center, yeah, the Parliament building is there.
Well, I think they're kind of struggling with themselves, like their cultural identity, especially because there are these two languages, these different groups. But also, what you often hear is that in the Dutch-speaking part of Belgium, Flanders, there's like this problem with cultural identity because they speak Dutch, but it's different from our kind of Dutch. And I've heard that gives them like an inferiority complex.
Dutch people always make jokes about Belgian people, so I grew up listening to those, thinking in my mind that they're not that smart.
I think of the Eiffel Tower, baguettes, berets, yeah, French people in general. Nature, very warm, but also very cold when you have the mountains.
Yeah. Well, I think it's at the moment it's a very important country to Europe, just like Germany. It's an economic powerhouse, and it, yeah, I don't know.
I think it's very classy, very polite. It's maybe because the language sounds like that. Yeah, I think about the Eiffel Tower.
I think they're very strict. Well, I don't know many French people, but they're mostly like teachers, so they should be strict. So I'm not sure if that's really a stereotype or something that teachers do. Yeah, they don't like to learn English, which I think is a bad thing. I think when you're in Europe, it's very handy to learn English. But I think they're not that arrogant as people think. I think that's just something that's in their culture.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of stereotypes about French people. I don't know why, but that's just the case. Often people say they're lazy, but I don't think that's true at all. I think that's just like a stereotype. I really don't know what to say.
Finland. Well, I don't know anything about Finland, to be honest.
That's an interesting one because I don't think people often think about Finland because it's kind of in the corner of Europe, you know. I don't think that it has that big of a population, but yeah, still, you know.
No, I don't really have an opinion about the people because I don't really know that much about the country, but I imagine it to be a very peaceful country, calm country, which is to my liking. I'm not really the type that likes to be very busy or in crowds and a lot of sound and stuff.
I've never been there, I've never known any people who came from Finland, so...
I've heard it's kind of a closed society. I don't know if it's true, but that's what I've heard, and I don't really know.
We're at the end of this video about stereotyping. And remember, not all teachers are boring.